What's up, YouTube? And I don't know if you all heard the rumors about Saweetie, the music artist, possible escort allegations from someone in her camp who's upset about how Saweetie's been doing business, and so now she's trying to air her out. So we're on theroot.com right now. I'm gonna get into a reaction video after this, but I wanted to give you all some background before we do that. Now it's talking about all of those trips and lavish lifestyle are being looked at under a new microscope thanks to allegations. So this is all alleged that's been thrown against Saweetie by her former road manager and who calls herself Maybach May. And she's threw it on her IG story, her Instagram story, but they, like I said, it's since been deleted. I don't know why they throw stuff up, then take it down. Maybach accused Saweetie, the tap-in rapper, of not paying her the money she's owed. So Maybach May is some lady, former road manager, who's in an uproar about not getting her pay, which is understandable. But now she wants to get nasty and throw out allegations, saying she's owed money. Saweetie uses drugs. Saweetie is a home wrecker and more. So she says, let me know how you want to play this. This is from Maybach May. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of those rumors with TMZ. And you don't want your business on TMZ over there. They will take it, they get everything, and it just becomes a bigger mess once TMZ gets their hands on it. They always get their hands on everything somehow. We spent almost a month in Africa. You should know I wasn't going to let you play me out some money when Maybach said in part in her first post as captured by screenshots on X/Twitter. She went on to say that she'd been trying to be nice with Saweetie, but the tide was about to turn because being nice don't get you nowhere. I've heard that. That's when Maybach insinuated that Saweetie was into some pretty wild things like hard drugs and witchcraft. Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is one mix, she says, and send me my bread home record. So those some strong allegations. Obviously, she mad about her money, and now she's trying to air Saweetie out. And now let's get into the reaction video where they're gonna dive a little bit more into it to raise on it. You all probably recognize him. This is coming from Rap Latte. That's the content creator's channel name. If you all want to check them out, Fair Use YouTube, Fair Use. All right, everybody, let's get into it. This deep dive and see what they have to say about what Saweetie may be involved in or not involved in. Again, it's all alleged. We don't know. We just know we got someone who want their money and they mad at Saweetie, and that's a bad mix. When people feel like they owe money and they've been around you, they will release a lot of info. So, all right, here we go.
Over here on the internet. Toure, do you know who Saweetie is?
Of course I know who Saweetie is.
You like Sweetie's music?
She got a couple records.
She got some things. So I'm going to. She got a thing or two, but
watching the way that question processed in his head, it was like he about to answer another question. Like, do you like Sweetie?
Well, I thought you were going directly to it, but it's fine. She got some
records.
Read this aloud. Sweetie's friend claims she used Jadon Sancho's, which Chelsea player, I fuck with him. Well, for luxury life, shocking escort allegations leave internet divided. People are over here. Yeah, so her friend supposedly, this is all alleged, all right, and we're talking about it because, like I said, about the idea of money being dry out here, right? And that's what people want to put on Saweetie and other artists. They're trying to say that she has a madam. A madam is a female pimp. She has a madam, and that madam was introducing her to different men of high stature for a fee, and she fell in love with this guy, this footballer in the UK that plays for the illustrious, amazing team Chelsea. She fell in love with him, and or they got in a little relationship, and she did not get any money, extract any money from him to pay her madam. That's basically what this woman is saying online, and she has a little bit of receipts. But then it's got sensationalized to Saweetie is a whole-on sex worker. Every picture, they're just people are online saying that she's talking to what was the guy who made 40 Laws of Power?
Robert Greene.
That she's over there was a escort or sex worker for him. That she did it for Dubai princes and any man of high stature. She's just out here traveling the world. Or a Nigerian like rich businessman. Like they were saying that she got sent over there, and I'm like, two things that happened. One, I feel like this is believable to people because people feel that rappers ain't got money right now. Like they feel like it's dry out here. And that's how I went from this global conversation to this. What do you think about this information?
No, that's a good point he made about rappers not having money. You can say put singers in there too. I think most of the money comes through touring, merchandise, all of that. But I don't know how many are actually touring, how much they're making on the tour. You got 360 deals. And so you got people out here doing other things, even though we see them on music videos and you think they have so much, but it could be a paycheck to paycheck situation. Only thing is a much bigger paycheck, but so many other costs have to be paid, so the paycheck is still not big enough. So let's go on with it.
Tori, as you just hearing it right now.
I mean, I do remember the conversation around was Keisha Cole a sex worker? And I mean, we've been talking for a while about there is how like rappers are constantly trying to make you think that they are or were drug dealers. Yeah. There's a sex worker aspect to me in a Lil' Kim, a Foxy Brown, Meg The Stallion's aesthetic. Cardi B was on the pole. No disrespect, she was on the polls, right? In her less so in her musical aesthetic because she's more like sweet and cute, but like Meg is, So I see the aesthetic, right? Like how many chicks are actually? I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to just like for a woman to be willing to do that.
It takes a lot for a woman. I'm like, if you're making, okay, let's say that you're earning $500,000 a year. What do you What do you need? Huh? At least.
You're just bringing home 500.
You're bringing home 500 as a musician, celebrity person. I'm just putting that on her. Don't know what her money's like. Let's not even use her. I'm just saying like that. What money is making you be a sex worker for these people? Like, is it like, am I like, yo, yeah, 20, this is 25,000? Like, I'm trying to understand where that clicks if you're making real, it's 10%.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like he's saying, how much are they going for to go through and actually live this type of lifestyle? And it may not be as much as we think. I mean, it's a decent amount, but if you're not making what in our head, general public on the outside looking in, being a music artist, in this case a rapper, then what they getting, and be like, man, that's all you got for that. But if the industry, your record label not getting you the type of money you think you're supposed to have, and they got all of these, we'll just call them side hustles outside of the United States, and you go and get paid. All right, here we go.
1% money.
It's not a side gig. And I know in Hollywood or TV sometimes they'll show it as a sort of side gig, and she has, her corporate job or whatever during the day, and then she's a sex worker at night. And if you get into that life, that's what you do. You're not doing. It's not one of the things that I do juggling my. It's. I don't know.
They say 7 streams of income is what's needed to be a millionaire these days. So I mean, hey, can I throw a little wrench in this? I don't know too much about her situation or what the case may be, but I can tell you this. And Green, we've had conversations about this. I saw a trend happening when I saw rappers that went on live streams and platforms with streamers that I know they don't like them because you could just tell by how dry the conversation is. Are those like are those like sex workers without the sex? Is that like clout workers?
Clout workers. There's a whole lot of clout workers. Yes, clout workers is influencers on IG.
So to that argument,
Mm.
I'm saying if you're looking for another stream of income and you willing to whore out your brand to somebody who has they have not earned the right to be in front of you. They're no Torre. They have no history in this. They have no experience in this. It's just a guy that makes a bunch of edgy jokes and has a lot of people there, and you're willing to go out there. What about when they get certain rappers dancing on TikTok? They ain't got no business dancing. Those clout workers?
They some clout workers. First of all, I'm loving this clout workers term. Look at this real quick. Curtis just gave Toure a video idea. Clout workers video on Toure too next week.
Hey, because I'm like, it's easy to gang up on her. I get that right now she's at odds with somebody who's worked with her, which is another reason why I know why a lot of folks have NDAs. Like, don't you go telling none of my business and straining it and turning it into things that you want to because you mad. But like, if you look at a zoomed out point of view, are dudes doing the same thing? Yes, they're even worse because they're sitting there telling the person, I don't like you. I'm doing this for the money that you paid me to be on this stream. And I'm willing to put my brand there for it. I'll give you an hour.
Let's look at it like this. How many rappers do you think are also dealing drugs currently? Like, I go to studio and I'm part of a conspiracy on the block to move this fucking weight.
No, nobody.
Nobody?
0.02%. 0.02%.
Okay,
I don't know no answer about that one.
Like a guy thinking I can juggle those two things, and a woman thinking I can juggle rhyming and getting paid to fuck.
First of all, like the idea of clout workers, sex workers, and all that's very ingrained. This concept that we're talking about is very ingrained within our modern society right now.
So I think you all get the gist of it and what Saweetie's accused of by her former road manager, who's very upset. Miss Maybach May, just to reiterate the name, former road manager, wants some money that has not been paid, evidently. And these are all allegations. We don't know if anything is true about what Saweetie's accused of in terms of doing extra escort activities because the music money just is not there. And, it's crazy situation. Hopefully she's not out there doing these type of activities outside of a music career. And so it's, crazy all around. But you never know. But to all of you all who are fans of Saweetie and you listen to her music, or even if you don't, let me know down in the comments below, and you can continue watching this video on Rap Latte channel on YouTube. And I think there's other videos about it too. But let me know down in the comments if you think the allegations are true and that Saweetie gets down like that from what is being said, doing escort services, things like that to make ends meet. It's unfortunate if she is, but you'd be surprised how many people don't have the money that we think in the industry, whether they rap or they sing, act, everything. And so you'd be surprised what other people are doing because their main occupation doesn't pay enough in the industry. So it's far from what you and I think on the outside looking in. So we'll see what else comes out. if things are confirmed to be true or not. Like I said, when someone feels they're owed money and they know stuff about you, a lot can come out, like they said in the video, NDAs, so no one can say anything, kind of keep it quiet on the hush. But what do you guys think down in the comments? Do you think Saweetie, again, is actually doing these things, or do you think it's all smoke and mirrors, just lies? This road manager of hers is just former road manager is just upset that she hasn't gotten the money. Obviously, she's upset because she hasn't gotten her money, but do you think she would go so far as to lie on Saweetie's reputation, on her name, of the stuff that she's accusing her of, just because she hasn't been paid just yet? Don't know how much she's owed, but like I said, I think time will tell with this one and this former road manager, and we'll just take it from there. Let me know down in the comments again what you all think. Send any other topics or videos you want me to discuss to my email. That's kregier.mj@gmail.com. It'll be down in the description of this video. That's kregier.mj@gmail.com. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Facts or feelings, all one word, no spaces. Put that in the YouTube search, facts or feelings, no spaces, and my channel comes right up. I'm out, YouTube, and I'm still bringing you the news. Everybody be safe. Have a good one.